directive that he flaunted. And Saul was always coming to advise. They were the one that received messages from God. Wisdom.
So isn't that supposed to be the role now for pastors or religious leaders to give advice to the politicians rather than being
The politicians,
and be in bed with them?
Thank you. Let me give you an instance. You have been telling somebody, advising, encouraging, and now you now found out that this is the only way to have it.
To be in bed with them.
Do you know why then? He's a pastor.
Yes.
He's a reverend. Reverend Wyden, he has a church. He's a minister of the gospel.
Sir,
Are you aware?
Question.
Yes.
This is a very direct question.
Go ahead.
Because this topic is just like you said, you are representing your people. Me too, I'm representing my local government board.
Fire now.
The polling unit.
Yes, my unit.
Yeah, go ahead.
You said something that if you want to lead the change, you be the change.
Yes.
I don't know if maybe I'm the one fine-tuning it,
No, it's okay.
but that's how
Yes, it's a paradigm shift.
Yes, you understand that you lead the change. Now, this is a direct question to you.
Go ahead.
As a minister in politics, how have you effected change around you?
Okay, so far so good. I have not been opportune to be at the helm of affairs.
Okay.
For example, I've not been a governor, I've not been a House of Assembly legislator, I've not been a House of Rep member, I've not been a local government chairman, I've not been a councillor.
Nice.
I'm just a special assistant to the government. And I'll tell you the funny and annoying thing. Do you know that our inputs don't count? It don't.
No, yeah, that's actually
It
true.
don't. It's just an
I've seen a lot
appointment.
of it, yeah.
It's just an appointment for your loyalty to the party, for working with them, campaigning, and went around to make sure your party comes along. Now, let me tell you where you can make an impact. With the little that I have now, the kind of input I can make is within my locality. For example, I can tell them about free and fair election, okay, which is a message. You can preach free and fair election. You can also preach credible candidates. Okay? It's also a message. You can as well preach politics of no bitterness. We don't need to stone our opponent. If you check my Facebook page, I am in PDP. They tore some banners of people in APC. I posted it. I said, this is utterly wrong. Campaign your campaign. This campaign is campaign. You don't need to destroy my materials to get people to win. It is utterly wrong. It is an evil act for me to spend my money and put my poster on my banner somewhere, and you contrary to go and share it. So I'm already making an impact.
So your
With the
voice right now
Yes.
is your impact
Thank
right
you.
now. Okay.
Then the second impact I can make is when I'm having a position of responsibility. I can, like for example, I have a salary and increase in my area where I live. Bros, sis. As I say, honorable bros. Eyes for the bros. I don't want to make it like, the Bible says when you do something, your left hand. I can show you people are paying their fees. Like, oh, but why you not go to the door? They drive me school fees. Right? It's because I have a heart that has to do with
Your people.
Yes.
You love your people.
And if I'm given another opportunity, I will make an impact that will amaze people. You know what? There is something about the Bible. It teaches us to be kind of be contented. So if you have bros, you hear the kind of opportunity. You hear the amount.
Yeah.
So when monkey they swallow, so when snake they swallow. That kind of amount, if I'm in a position where I can dispose them, my life, it will be judicious.
Okay.
They will feel the impact.
Okay. See another situation.
She wants to say something, let her finish. She was already on there. See, you can forget. You can forget. Drop it like it's hot.
Yes. So you just made mention of politicians that steal money
Yes.
and all of that. Now, as a minister of God, that love your people and everything now, peradventure, let me call it an heist, because they run this heist, political heist every day. You understand? And there is, one who are fun. You understand? Some fun. Let's assume that you know for a fact that, this fund is supposed to be for, let's say, for maintaining a particular road or something, or yes, for a project, for a particular project. You know that this money is for this particular thing, then, they come. I know how these things work, because I have a lot of people in politics, okay? Yeah. So sometimes you are being awarded a contract, maybe a road construction contract, you understand? Before they go cut the money, finish, cut. Wait till they remain for you to do the road and nothing again. So now, say you now, as you dey for politics now, so let's say, and yes, in that kind of situation, how do you come out and that's one. How do you come out of how do you single yourself? Do you understand? Out of that situation and again you go cast out.
You do understand?
Alright.
So if you come out, those guys when they did so,
Alright, let me
all
share
of
with
them
you.
don't cast.
Let me share with you something. In this Bible, there's a verse in Romans chapter 12 that says, "Be ye transformed by the renewing of your mind."
Okay.
As I am, and I was thinking about you, if you see family now, you forgot the church, you go do the thing that I laugh. You know why I laugh? Because it doesn't know how much I've seen. I've seen money with the super league. I've seen money with the state government, right? I've seen money in the entertainment show where people sponsor events and transfer funds to you.
Yeah.
I've seen money from some rich guys who just support. I told you I'm the CEO and I've done beauty pageants where I get money. I've gotten money from the super state governments and rich individual, wealthy individual who support events in millions. Now, I have come to realize that it is out of greed that will make you stretch your hands into too much money. I'm that kind of person that's I'm a little bit contented. Let me tell you what I mean by that. It's about eating, getting dressed before you can right now. But these people look for something too much. Let me give you an instance. SUVs now. You can't imagine the humongous amount to buy these SUVs.
Yeah, 160.
And it's just about ego and luxury. I have seen videos of white men who ride bicycles.
They are even stressful to use.
Who join public transport. But it's because of the security. Now look at the kind of mopo and what have you that follows that security. Now all those are the things that I cannot do. I cannot.
Even
for many
if
reasons.
the money they available now.
Sis is the kind of person that I am. There are some politicians who don't do it now. I'll give you an example. There's a man called Man of God. He's the head of waste disposal. He's board manager or board head now. There's my friend Evangelist Idhese. He has been whatever,
I know.
and he contested to be Senate somehow APC take and money that story.
Yes.
Because he's my guy and I worked with him, I campaigned with him throughout the Delta South. The person who won is also my friend, Joel Nwabo, but he's in APC and PDP. And it's my friend. In fact, he helped my daughter to do youth service reposting and all that. I still talk to him. He made me an occasion. He does with RK. He not to say, come and my PDP. You see what I'm trying to
So
say?
politics is not supposed to be
That's
fair.
how yo. APC not that PDP boss.
This also even brought another question to my mind.
So let me drop that.
Yeah.
So I'll be question.
Yes, no.
Okay. So what I'm trying to say is that this guy does not carry those kind of mukwa around. There are some politicians who don't do that. There are some, it's not because they actually want it, it's because the position they are occupying. They need to make sure SSS, DSS, like the governor. You cannot avoid that one. Are you getting me? But one thing is that there are some governors that even with that, they still come and give you hands. They don't make you feel intimidated and all that.
Yeah, I think the Datcinemaboy government is a good example.
Oh, that's street governor.
Yeah,
street
he's
governor.
always
Now
talking
street
to
governor.
the normal street.
Let me
people.
tell you
He's
why.
always out.
Yeah, now youth leader, now community leader, now the only governor you know the guy say, I told the governor, big cut up for you.
He know the level, no worry.
Because hey, they are not go there. They let the follow do it. He na that kind.
Yeah.
Man not talking na Barry, but na strong guy, na street man.
Yeah.
He says it's street credibility government. God, he knows me one on one. I've gone to his. I went to his money. He's gone to his right projects. Right. Now that kind of person, if you come and say, hey, which one? But later, are they busy? Now that kind of governor. He's not too democratic and bureaucratic about it. So that's by the way, sir. So those things I'm talking about, it is because of the SS group. In my Bible, as we are doing this program, my sister pastor is close to me. He knows one thing in our church. I don't ask for seeds. I don't ask for seeds. I don't ask for seeds. The reason is that God told me as you are doing this work, I will send you help. And the help comes. Imagine as I am now, people say, okay, I'm not become out, so I can't. It's better than Obama now, hey, bring something. I don't do it. God has been helping me. We are going to celebrate 9th anniversary. I have not done launching, I have not done fundraising. Are you getting me? Because this is how I was brought up. That's why I told you God gave me. There are some people God will tell. I saw a video of a man who said God told me to raise 3 bags of tithes. How many of you have seen that video on social media? He said I was afraid to tell you. He said I'm not afraid to tell you. God said I should raise 3 bags of tithes. In their social media. And the great men of God on DSTV, I see why people say support this ministry with a seed of $100 and so on and so forth. It's nothing wrong. That's it. And it's not compulsory. If you are led, okay. So because of this kind of orientation, when I see money, what I see is an opportunity to be blessed. In my street, I don't like calling it my church. I'm just the leader. In our church, I've been doing it for 9 years consecutively, once or twice. I buy material and give to them to go out. So those who don't have money, I give them to sow. Do you know why? Because I am to be a shepherd. Why I'm doing that because I'm more privileged to have the money to do it at ease. I've been doing it for 9 years and I don't intend to change. Now, if I'm a politician and there's so much money, it's now for me to improve on my philanthropy and my charity, not for me to
show your
enrich
voice,
myself.
whatever people you represent.
I'm living in a small apartment and it's okay for me and my family. I'm building another one somewhere around the top. I'm taking it one after the other. I don't intend to go and steal money to rush it. Or what are they rush out for?
Okay, sir.
The part B of the question.
Yes.
You go cast
You go
down.
cast down.
Thank you. That's where I'm going. What I'm saying now is simple. The money is meant for a purpose. I will guide it meticulously. Secondly, if peradventure, by the bottlenecks of government, they cut it before it gets to me, everybody will know that this is the figure that gets to me, and this is what I'm going to do with it.
That is, you don't cast us now.
Once upon a time, I'm studying
I'm not
management science now.
casting.
Listen to me, sorry, I'm studying management science now. One of the qualities and virtues of a leader is transparency. How many of you have heard that the essential have not borrowed money?
Yes.
He has got into awards
Yes.
for checking contractors and cutting their work
Yeah.
and making sure.
It's
Is that not
his
casting?
quality.
Is that not casting?
True.
It's not
But you
casting.
know, he is
No,
not at
I
the
feel
top.
Sharif is a person
not
that
at the
he has
A man to deliver quality.
no, he has love. Because we've had past governors before. I'm not
Yes.
saying this for any political
Political
gains or
reasons.
Yeah.
anything. You
And then
understand?
reality talk.
See, people around me know that I am a strong advocate for Governor Sheriff. Okay. What I am saying is, he's the kind of person, I think he has love for Delta State,
Okay.
for Warri. Like,
So the that does not get.
I don't know whatever they get for their
There's
answer,
a
but
passion to deliver what he.
he's more than
Yeah.
passionate.
It's
It's
dividend
love.
of democracy. Let me tell you what Sheriff said. I asked him several times personally. I said, "This is more, man, understand." And he gave me a small pamphlet. More M was standing for something, O for something. R for
Yeah.
something. If go and find out, you see. Now he's saying that I want to give more to Deltas. So he's banking on the
Because
fact
he
that
knows that we
people
don't dey
report
lack.
their
You
trust.
know, people get.
yeah, people report their trust on him, and they have given him their vote. So he has to deliver. I'll tell you the truth, he does more of work than telling to people. I personally, I will not. I don't
True.
try to see I'm out there. You want to
True.
leave myself.
Inside government has to
I
be
don't know him.
enter
I've
office,
never met him
see his
before.
excellence in
So,
life.
I think
bottom line to that
Correct
question,
guy.
the bottom line is I started by saying, be transformed by the renewing of your mind.
Mm.
I have come with a different mindset. And one thing I know, ask anybody I know, even though you do, when you meet some people, they're not so good. You remember on what's her name? The drug enforcement woman.
Okay,
Dora. You remember what happened with her?
Yeah.
They saw she was dogged with her job. Are you familiar with a woman called Masimada? Veronica Obabu.
Yes! Education.
Remember her story?
When the slap man.
She was very
name.
not the slap man. And police woman do that one.
The name
Yeah,
says
She
never
was
liked her.
she
She
was
was very
bent
strong.
on making sure she got education malpractice.
Yeah. Yes.
That is what I'm driving at. Because you have an ethics, you have a morale to protect, you have a guiding spirit to get it right. So when you get in, you are expected to make a difference. There are some people who are not religiously bound to do it, but they are there to make a difference. There are some people in government now who will not play all the time while you play with
Exactly.
With most politicians.
It's a dirty game.
It's a dirty game.
Some people have sold their souls.
Yeah.
But now you are a minister with this orientation, this belief.
So would you say your straightforwardness?
So I'm
your
sure you must have
morals?
lost a lot of friends. Or how do you cope?
Okay, it hasn't gotten to that point yet. It hasn't gotten to that point.
But
Like I
what
told you,
if it gets to that point?
Yeah.
That you're at the verge of
Yes,
losing.
you'll be willing to like let go of
Yes,
people.
let me tell you, it's part of the sacrifice. In my scriptures where I preach the gospel, Jesus has always said, he said, if the left hand will cause you to lose heaven, hold it up. It's not actually saying cut your hand and become physically challenged. Anything that does not go with you in your newfound love of Christ, avoid it. There are so many things we used to do that because you say you're a Christian, you're preaching gospel, you stop it on your own. But there are friends who still accept me for who I am. Because probably I'm still doing MC, and I'm also an SSA, and I'm still the pastor in the church. They still accept me for who I am. This is Kome. Some people will say, Papa Kome, sorry, which one are you calling? Apostle, I'm the SSA, I'm the honorable. Sometimes they say, I say, anyone you want to write. I'm not particular about a title now. It doesn't have anything to do with me, right? But, like you rightly said, the position I am now is where I just advocate for PDP governance because I'm in the party. I actually got it so that I can be part of the process of producing that. Let me give you an instance. I have a card as a PDP member. I can attend PDP meetings. I can find my way to PDP conference. I can influence delegates and all that. I can find my way into that position. I can contest for something. And then probably if an adventure, I become somewhere or I become somebody and I find myself somewhere where be of responsibility. For example, where I have to do constituency projects and take care of some set of people, then I will be held liable for whatever funds are coming from the government coffers for me to take care of my people. Then my orientation that I said about making sure having more to do more will not come in. For example, I have money to do constituency projects. I will think of what to do for my people. That I will not need to campaign next time, except because of people are embarrassed. My people not to not share money. And I will share money that if it's possible. Yeah. But I will be satisfied by my conscience, because one of the scriptures I mean that you shouldn't have a snake conscience. A snake conscience is that kind of conscience that does bad and doesn't feel it, doesn't feel remorse, doesn't even think about it. So, but if you do good and you're okay, you don't get that bothered. So when it comes to that point, I intend to grow in politics to a point where I will have more to do more for people.
Quick one, in the issue of partism.
Yeah, partism politics.
How do you now decide which party to back, who to campaign for, and how do you already said like you campaign for PDP, yeah? How do you campaign like now? How do you now? Okay, let me rephrase. How do you see it when pastors? But I think it's trended on Instagram for a long time. There were some high-ranking general overseers who recommended certain politicians running for certain offices.
Who endorsed
them.
I personally stood against it. I didn't like it.
Because it caused a lot of issues recently.
No, I didn't like it.
Yeah.
I didn't like it. Now, the reason why I said I didn't like it is that those people who did that, I saw them, they didn't officially announce that they belong to the party.
Yeah.
Okay. And some spoke it like prophecies.
Yeah.
And eventually some even failed. I don't know if you understand me. Some were adopting candidates. Some were praying for some candidates. Now, there's nothing wrong with praying for a candidate who comes to you. I pray, embarking on an endeavor, I wish you success, I hope it comes out fine. But personally,
is that not a sign of endorsement?
No. You can pray. Both parties do come.
Okay.
You can pray for an NPC person and pray for a PDP person.
Yeah, prayer is like for everybody.
It's like kings, traditional rulers. Yeah. They pray for all
candidates.
candidates.
Bless anybody. Yeah.
They pray for candidates for which way. Now let me give you an instance. In Delta State, I'm already aware that PDP is the only party. So I cannot for any reason go to APC. Because what I want is to go and be part of what is happening. So I don't want to go to the part that is struggling to happen.
Isn't that more like being part of the winning team?
Please, I have a question.
No, it's not winning team. Part of the system that will work with people. Let me give you an instance. Okay, now, this man, now they do something, and you want to change it, you want to be part of it, you now go to this, I can't even work here. You cannot make the impact.
I have a question.
Go ahead.
You said you cannot. Now, speaking from a spiritual level, okay, you said earlier when when we started, how you got called from a particular vocation, I mean, from a career, to come over to come and preach the gospel. Now you use the word that you can never go to.
I cannot.
Okay, you cannot go to APC. Now, what if the way God take hold of you, my son?
Or you go APC like that.
God call you. So you mean say you no go pick?
Can you remember? Can you remember what I said? Hold on. Yeah, it happens.
Of course, yes.
Was it not somebody that was called to become president?
Hold on.
Allegedly.
Can you remember I said something about
you
it?
did the way God.
Allegedly now.
Hold on. Allegedly. Can you remember I said something earlier on also that I cannot listen to men when God has spoken? And I gave an example of a disobedient king. And I said obedience is better than sacrifice. If I hear in a spiritual sense, can I tell you something? Even inside PDP, I hear who to follow. Yes, I hear who to follow. Let me give you an instance. The governor that we have now had a case, a pending and long case at the tribunal with the other opponent.
Yes.
The both of them were PDP. Do you know I did not stand with anyone? I saw the governor. I said, I will not see you at such. I know that they got all of the same. I said, when the case of you will work for our candidate. Okay. Quote me anywhere. If you forget, I'll show you the picture. If possible, maybe if you need I'll show you.
So your loyalty is not to
no. Now let me tell you what eventually happened. When he emerged as from the court case, everyone started campaigning for him. And then before then, if you go and check my Facebook post, somewhere in November before the election, I wrote the oracle I've chosen. Let me tell you what happened. They said they will win him, he will go out. I slept, and in a vision, I saw him with a coat of arms and that green and white flag. And I told my wife, I said, Sheriff will win this case and he's going to the government house. And I wrote it. And when they heard the last case, people were afraid to come out. They were watching TV, waiting for the pronunciation. I already carried a musical set to Southwest. and I was already dancing and celebrating. They said, but I said, forget that they went to the result, but not yet the result in the spiritual. It's coming out as the government. And he won. And he went there. I have a video in my phone here where I said it and a date that this side it. I'm not automatically saying that every time God will say, can I shock you? When Buhari was to come, when they departed, the man called me and said, honey, I'm PDP, you were able to win national. And she told me that Buhari, I'm telling you the truth. She said, Buhari won. So some men can see it and eventually it did not come up. Some men can see it and it will come
No,
up.
so you're not answering the question.
I just told you something.
Okay.
You said I cannot go to APC. As he said, what have God says me.
Yeah.
I just told you I cannot disobey God. If God says it, I will move. That's what I just said.
So your
You
basically like
I said, God, don't be talking. Who are Diva? How do you connect them with APC?
Okay.
Maybe you don't clear way for me for there. I'll go straight.
Okay.
I already have men in APC who welcome me.
But there's this assumption that
That's
both-
not the
all
campaign.
these parties are the same. APC, PDP,
They are not.
LP.
They are not the same.
Ideology.
I don't think
The average mentality.
I don't think we should get
I'm not
into that.
coming.
But if we get into that, we're going to another long
No,
discussion.
the average- no, the average
Both
mentality-
parties are made up of human beings.
I know,
and
but if you go on the
politicians.
street, a lot of people will tell you, say, all of them are the same thing.
Let me tell you why they are not the same.
PDP don't rule, APC don't rule. Have we seen any difference?
That's what you're
Ideology.
saying.
In terms of ideology.
If that's what you're saying,
Not
they
like
are all-
in the US, so you have Democrats or Republicans with different ideology. But in
Yeah.
Nigeria, yeah, it's almost
Okay.
the same thing. So how do you even tackle that and tell people, I mean, PDP is different from APC as a religious person when they've seen both
Can I
parties
be
the same thing?
Can I be simple? Human beings will be human beings anyway. To whom much is given, much is expected is just a statement. Let me give you an instance. In Nigeria, there is a culture, there's a tradition, there's a way we are as a people, right? Now, why I can agree with you 50% is that the people who merge from one party to another party, or they are the same Nigerians.
Okay.
And in churches, I have a vision in my church and a mission statement. It's not the same everywhere. Go and find out, even though we preach the same gospel. But in political parties, they do what is called quota system centralization. What's it? This situation where you say central don't may not true. Zoning. Thank you.
yeah.
Even if politicians forget that pressure too much. So there's quota system, there's zoning system. In some parties, they don't work like that. So when they go to their boardroom, where the party chairman and the political aspirant and ESCO hold their meeting, you know there's a governing body,
Yeah.
and then there are the politicians who contest. They are not part of the governing body. That's why they have PDP chairman separate and APC chairman separate. When they go there, they can come up with ideologies. They want to beat this other one. They can come up. If you go on, you see them talking about their mission statement and all that. That's why when they campaign, even though they say the same thing about the dividends of democracy, they are not the same when it comes to ideology. That's why ADC and one other party merged to form APC.
Okay, so I have a question, sir. This is a very direct question. So, in the course of you building your political career and building your spiritual career, yes, your ministry now. For instance, if an opportunity presents itself where your political career path is leading towards the fact that you can actually be the governor of Delta State, and God not call you.
I don't get it. God man called me.
God did not call you.
Did not call
Like
you.
you have the opportunity to become governor,
Governor of
but there's
Delta
no
State.
calling
But
from
God
God.
never call you, say, my
Go be
son, go
governor.
be governor.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. No, it's simple. Do you know what the word they use? Political ambition.
Okay,
I've not heard political calling.
okay.
It's when it comes to ministry that you hear calling.
Okay, wait.
No,
So
but
which
God
means-
can speak to you that do not go to this place.
Of course.
Yes.
Now,
okay.
what if
Do
he
not be the next governor.
Yes.
Yes.
And I'm almost going there.
So which
Yes,
means
and your
the
political
alleged
career
presidential
tilted
presidential
towards
calling.
that.
Sister, if you go, you'll lose. If you go enter the post, you don't get peace. Maybe
Wait,
you go be the first governor.
sorry.
That's how God is.
Make I rephrase. You know, say this Delta Nigerian politics. Godfather reason. You get the time
Yeah.
when they go
You don't
just
express
literally
much,
pick
yeah.
you, say,
Yeah.
Your turn don't reach.
come,
Cause
this
that-
my heavy look on, this is your turn.
AG, chairmanship now.
They can't tell you,
Yeah.
they can't tell you, say, Baba, now your turn be this.
Yeah.
Come be governor. No worry, we get the full
Everywhere
backing,
good,
don't
nobody
worry.
will block you.
You just come sit down for the throne.
Yeah.
But God no come.
God go say no
no go
go.
that side. I go
And
just
if you
play
say
that
no,
one.
you don't offend all your good fathers.
All right, I'll give you one quick example.
Mm.
There's a man we call Excellency now.
Mm.
He's a businessman. He's from Isoko. He had been doing politics and he went, they can't go away no more.
Mm.
And he came back to his business. So now that he's very successful, they now told him, come and contest. He said, no, I need to know do that business again. That's his personal decision. Now, I just told you something about politics is ambition. I have an ambition to be this, not a calling. Now, every calling supersedes your ambition. An example is Jonah. Jonah did not want to go to Nineveh. He was heading out, and God said, "Go to Nineveh." He refused. You know what happened to him? He entered Nineveh by fish mouth. Now, with the level I have studied the Bible and I've gone with God, if I have an ambition to become governor, and PDP has said it's only the ticket, I'll be the first. Are you aware that some ministers resigned from Buhari's government? Yes, the Labour minister, one minister, two or so.
Yes,
they resigned for certain irregularities. They resigned. You understand me? So.
Okay, yes.
You remember now? Now, I'm that kind of person that if God wants to tell me something, he tells me more than 900 times in 5 days. And this month, you don't remind me. If he wants me to do it. So if he doesn't want me to go further with that political ambition, which is my personal ambition now, because I'm looking at it from this point of view, I'm doing politics to make a difference, so that the dividends that come, take care of my people, will make a difference, so that it's no longer about greed of how to buy cheap and this and that. So if God is saying stop here, let's stop.
You go bar break.
If you don't, and like I shared with you, you will not even enjoy it. Maybe you'll be the first person or government when they will keep for the seat. Or when you go sit that. You know, some of that like Akere Dolu and one down in Zamfara or is it Taraba. About 2 or 3 governors don't die on the seat. If God says don't go and you go, my brother, you must get a percussion.
Okay, so
you don't need to.
To wrap up,
Yes. Line. Let me do. Can I ask?
I have a follow question
with this.
Yes,
so since there is
okay. So in other words, the likes of Tunde Bakare, Chris Okotie, all those pastors that said they were called to be president of the country.
Exactly.
Did they say they were called, or they had the ambition to be?
I think what God said
I don't even dey call his name with my full chest because he talk am for national.
Okay. Even if they didn't mention that they were called, but as a pastor, the assumption for people is that for you to truly inside this thing, you must have seen
the one when he say God said I should be president.
So what will you say to your colleagues that are around at loss?
Besides time, when I say time, I say God told say Jesus will be born. When the time she was born, besides time, God said you will be, you surely be.
Which means not lie.
No.
Allegedly.
Let me tell you
defamation.
something. Maybe you didn't get the vision clearly. Can I tell you something? Maybe you didn't get the vision clearly.
Okay.
Allegedly.
It's not something, but
Number of times don't use this word allegedly.
Please, let it be noted that we said allegedly.
Let me give you an instance. Samuel was a prophet, ordained, was with Eli. God called him once, he ran to Samuel. Called him twice, he ran to Samuel. Third time, he ran to Samuel. On the Samuel said that God called him, listen. So say, Naso. Are you getting me? Even when John the Baptist was baptizing Jesus, the voice of God came. Sometimes there's guys, I just said something, remember when you're talking, I said, God can tell, if God wants me to do something, test me like 900 times in 5 days. You know what? If I turn here reminds me, I can see this. It reminds me
let's wrap it all up now. So like the topic we actually pondered.
I feel like we should
so we are a follow-up episode.
Only this episode is already 2 parts. No, where should be going to part 2 so that we dwell on that part. Our Christian want to put body for politics.
Exactly, that could be another topic.
It's about ethics, no.
That was the direct question I wanted us to round up with. So on your own
final words,
on your own perspective, so now a religious leader meddling in politics or being a politician is there's nothing wrong in it, but it just depends on the person's ambition and morality or something.
It's simple. I'm going back to that scripture on the righteous rule. People religious. There are no righteous politicians, religious leaders who are, let me not use self-acclaimed, who are expected to keep the norms and morals, expected to be righteous. I can go in and be part of the system to change it. I'll tell you the truth. In every meeting, one religious person can make a difference. I don't want to be part of what you are doing. I won't be part of this. Yes, I won't be part of this. I won't do this. Let me give you a simple example. So people what's it called? Obedient stuff. They went to the Kome house. They said they are coming to make a change. That was Peter Obi. The other APC Labour Party that went. Where our jeep, where our motor. That's what they didn't turn it down. They did not. So they didn't go there to make a change.
It's not really the idea. It's the person.
It is Peter's idea. Since he didn't go there, he couldn't imbibe it on the other people. But religious leaders will imbibe and impact followers to live a godly life, a righteous life, to take the hands off filth and guilt, of greedy things and being contented. So if they go into that place, there will be little or no stories about fraud, embezzlement, corruption, and that's what.
So I guess that answers our question.
True religious leaders.
Yeah. So true. So it's not really about the idea.
Because
It's not really the general idea of religious leaders in politics. It's more like who the religious leader is.
Exactly, the personality.
Going with the
In
right.
local parliament, who God call.
All
Not
right.
the ones we call God.
So you as our viewers, you can drop your views in the comment section as well on what you think about this. So remember, anything you hear here,
Even what they think about me.
It's alleged.
Yes.
everything you hear
Yeah,
here.
remember she was asking direct because this person is to use me.
Allegedly.
So I like to see it. I like to see it.
All right. Once again, we want to appreciate you, sir. We've been talking
It's my
with
pleasure. Actually. It's my pleasure.
a visionary leader from this episode. I'm pretty sure you enjoyed it. Apostle Kome, Idhese, senior pastor, SSA to the governor of community development, and of course CEO of Bold Mark Enterprise. We hope to have you another time.
For
part
phase
two.
2 because Diva is not
I'm
satisfied.
not. I'm not.
Now just leave it. You write loud in the room. Face up with Diva.
All right, don't forget to subscribe,
Okay.
follow us across all our social media platforms as well, and of course, drop your comments. We'll see you in our next
Okay.
episode.
Before we let him go, you know we have a
Yes.
special package
Okay.
for him.
Wow.
But before that, I would like to let our viewers know about our special sponsor for this episode. Yes, as this very episode was specially sponsored by Veil Exchange. Yeah, Veil Exchange is a trusted vendor when it comes to trading your gift card, your cryptocurrencies. If it's Bitcoin, Ethereum, whatever coin you are trading, yes, they are trusted and they are verified. They know it's scam you, no be one chance. Your money go enter and go enter fast.
Allegedly.
No, not allegedly. Let me talk about my full chest.
And then religion side, political.
Yes, everywhere. So not
They are
allegedly.
trustworthy.
I
Yes,
said
yes.
it, and I said it
They are
with my
trustworthy.
full, with my full chest.
Yes.
Yes.
That they are
Yes.
trustworthy. And they are reliable.
Yes.
100%.
So you trade with Veil Exchange any day.
They are reliable
Anytime.
Veil
religion.
Exchange
Just tell them.
forever.
When you chat up to Veil Exchange, just tell them you are from the loud room.
Yeah.
But your rates, normally.
So you go get discount.
Yes. And we also have a special gift
Complimentary
for our guests.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. We have
That's me.
yes. We have a
Courtesy of
special,
our sponsor.
yes, because we have two gifts for
I'm
you.
blushing.
Yes. One is
Honorable
from
special
all
guest.
of us here.
Mhm.
Then one is from our sponsor.
Wonderful. Wonderful.
Yes.
Ah.
So let's have the one. Which one should we give first? Now let's have the one from our sponsor first.
Okay, this is for now.
Okay.
Okay.
Now this is from Veil Exchange. Yes. So they said we should thank you very much for coming.
All right. We are business people. We are promoting it.
Yeah.
Anything that will add to the economy of Nigeria so that the men of God can have seeds. And then the politicians will have tax. So that this and they can also support entertainment.
Yes.
See, it's three faces.
They actually do support the entertainment a lot.
Say let's see. For them to do this, they support entertainment. They don't
Yeah.
support the loud music.
And then
A
a special package.
You go drink tea.
When I not bring the tea,
Yeah, I'm gonna drink tea.
when I bring Bobita and make
This one now is from the loud room.
Courtesy us.
The room was really loud today. I almost wanted to say tonight. The room was really loud. I really appreciate it. I was just looking forward to just share with you. I didn't know some gifts were coming along. And I also came
Thank
with
you
gifts.
very
Oh,
much.
thank you very much.
Me too.
Thank you very, very much
And the rest
for
is inside as
being
well.
here.
Okay, those are not for the public. Eh?
No,
No,
no.
they don't pay for adverts.
Yeah, those are the no people.
They don't pay for that.
So, Veil Exchange, thank you. Loud room team. Oh, well, we'll go loud and go far.
Yes, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Once again, belated happy birthday to you, sir.
Yes, thank you.
Then another thing
Appreciate
too,
that.
before you go, sorry we are stressing you.
Yes.
Yes, we have this tradition. We have our board of fame. Yes, where
Last time I went to-
our very special guest
as you can see,
leaves a signature to show that they will
Yeah.
be here.
Yes, so I can sign there.
Yeah.
Just my signature.
Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am. Big man signature and big man signature.
somebody they use for checks.
You can even write the name small.
Baba Kome and the like.
Mm-hmm.
Can I take a lead? Can I take a bow?
Yeah, thank you very, very
Thank you
much.
very
National
much.
anthem.
Thank you very much.